Gabe the Samurai. Check out part 1 if you want to know more about what I'm talking about. They'll give you a full description of basically what Gabe the Samurai is.
Following fat people.
Alright! Enough! Stop it!
When it comes to Gabe the Samurai, I don't consider him a samurai at all, because a samurai is an individual that probably wouldn't be a disingenuous individual when it comes to him doing what he loves to do on the internet, being annoying and disingenuous. And I'm pretty sure no real life samurai would do that, because their main focus would be completely something else than being disingenuous and or being so annoying that nobody likes him. Now, here's the thing on why I don't like Gabe the Samurai. Gabe the Samurai is that kind of person that I have caught literally making fallacies in trying to justify a few things, one in particular in our last Twitter conversation. Not only that, Gabe is that kind of person that in part 1 I've demonstrated his stupidity, where he's basically claiming that somehow Critical Cracker got in his own Discord, but it's actually his own stupidity when he posted it in a public platform, and hold and below Gabe Samurai is literally just letting the door open where Cracker just walks on in. Seriously, if he didn't want Critical Cracker to come into Discord, he shouldn't have even left that public link literally on a public platform. It's right there in part 1, which you can definitely look at. I encourage you to look at part 1. It shows a lot of stuff of Gabe's stupidity and his complete compulsion and obsession. Now, moving on. Gabe is a person that he doesn't realize it, but here's the thing that I really think Gabe doesn't understand. The bigger he gets, the harder he's going to fall. But in this case, I would say the bigger he gets, the easier he's going to fall quite easily. Because here's the thing, it doesn't take that much of digging to find out that Gabe is a cuck. Hell, I did a lot of research into what Gabe is, and I've determined that based off the information that I found, that most of it wasn't used, but I've used quite a bit of stuff that I've gathered, and also what people helped me gather with. And it determines that Gabe is a cuck, and his personality runs like this. Oh, I'm an innocent little boy. I love doing this and that. And person feels sympathetic towards him when he calls out, I'm being bullied. Then eventually, when the person is calling him out on his shitty behaviors, quite naturally he becomes defensive and he starts blocking people. Who'da thunk? And after that, he becomes compulsive and obsessive with that person, like Critical Cracker, apparently. Which, again, I'd highly recommend checking out part 1. And that's what I've noticed with Gabe's personality. He can't seem to correct himself when he is wrong, and he can't seem to understand that the only way to stop people from criticizing him is to stop being disingenuous and actually stop doing shady behaviors. And certainly stop being annoying as fuck to everybody in the world. And the reason why I say that is because it's extremely annoying when Gabe actually talks about certainly the same person he doesn't like multiple times when that person isn't exactly talking to him at that exact time, which I find to be compulsive, and that compulsive nature will be his undoing, because when he gets to a certain growth counts, and say he pisses off, say, the bigger person, and the bigger person basically calls him out on it, eventually those few subs that he has that are gullible, that don't know better, eventually they'll find out, and eventually they'll be calling him out, and like Humpty Dumpty is going to fall like an egg and crack open. That's my prediction of Gabe's future. Eventually, he's going to call out an individual that he shouldn't be calling out, and that individual corrects him hard, and I mean hard. Harder than the guy that kicks Humpty Dumpty off the wall. And eventually, people wake up to the idea that, hey, Gabe is not this innocent little boy person. He's an actual cuck with disingenuous tendencies and behaviors. Hey, why not let's just stop defending him and let's actually get the fucker. Let's actually respond to him. That's what I see Gabe's future is like. Oh no, until Gabe actually fixes his own shitty behaviors and until he stops eating unhealthy and actually eats healthier than this salad, which I'll have to say, damn, that's not healthy at all. But still, jokes aside, until he fixes his behavior, his future is bound to be called out by some bigger person. Either that or his own subs start turning on him. Eventually, when people find out that Gabe literally ignores people when they try and correct him when they're on his sides, and also that Gabe, simply put, using disingenuous tactics to try and justify what he says or doesn't exactly help his case. Oh no, this is Forbidden Thinker. I'm signing out and have a lovely day. And also, keep in mind that this will not be the last destruction video. I have other plans for destroying other people's